Hey guys, Jack on Wrist here, back with another video, and in today's video I want to discuss the new Oris In-House Cailber 400. Now for those of you who have been paying attention to YouTube recently in terms of the watch community, you know that a lot of YouTubers got their hands on the Oris In-House Cailber 400 and were able to discuss it. Now obviously I'm a smaller YouTuber and I did not get that privilege, but nonetheless I still want to discuss the movement, what it means in terms of movements and watches in the future, and talk about its price point and features in general. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the new Oris In-House Cailber 400. So as a brief little overview, the new Oris In-House Cailber is going to be found in the 43.5mm Oris Aquis, with plans to put in other watches in the near future. Now there's some important specifications we need to break down with this movement. Number one being the 5-day power reserve. That's really impressive in today's day and age. I think for a lot of people with bigger collections, that's going to be very important, being able to put down their Oris Aquis and pick it up, or really any watch with this movement in the near future, put it down for a couple of days and pick it up, but it's still running. I think that's really important. 5 days is really nice. It's also anti-magnetic, which is really important in today's day and age with little magnets in phones, computers, and a lot of different things just in general. So I think that's really cool. That's important, you know, just for today. You have a 10-year service interval and a 10-year warranty with this watch and with this movement. That's really good. I think that's really for people that are going to buy from Oris itself or from the Oris dealers. Obviously, if you go gray market, you lose that warranty, but that's a really impressive warranty. So for those of you who are going to buy this watch and keep it for 10, 20 years, that's really nice. And finally, it obviously is an in-house movement. Like I mentioned, it's in-house designed, not in-house manufactured. But I know a lot of people really care about having an in-house movement. It usually just means that more money has gone into the manufacturing of a watch, and that is obviously the case here as the price has increased with this Oris Aquis. So let's talk about price. The new Oris Aquis with this in-house movement is $3,500 versus the standard $2,200 with the just with the Sellita movement. And that's a pretty big difference, $1,300 retail. Now, obviously, I'm not going to even go into the gray market. In the gray market, you can probably buy an Oris Aquis, around $1,500. So that's important to keep in mind. If you don't really care about the movement and you just like the design language and the look of the Oris Aquis, you can go ahead and buy it for, significantly cheaper than the standard retail price and definitely cheaper than this new in-house movement version. And I think in general, it's a really interesting price point for Oris. They're obviously an entry-level luxury brand. A lot of their watches fall within the $1,000 to $2,000 range. And so I'm not 100% sure if it's going to sell super well, as a lot of people with $3,500 to spend on a watch are probably going to skip over Oris and move right into Tudor and Omega and start maybe even looking at some vintage Rolex. And I just don't really know if it makes a lot of sense for Oris as a brand, that price point. I don't really know if someone is really going to spend that much money on Oris, and that's all due respect to Oris, an awesome brand. I really like what they do, but all I know is if you gave me $3,500, it would take me a couple tries to land on Oris and end up with that watch. Even if the movement is really impressive, I think personally I would go for other brands first. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you like this movement? Do you find it impressive? I think that's kind of a no-brainer. I think it really is awesome. But more importantly, would you spend the money on an Oris, $3,500 for the new Aquis, or would you spend $3,500 on an entry-level brand as a whole, or would you want to skip and kind of go to other brands? Just let me know your general comments in the comment section down below. I'd like to hear what you have to say. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.